Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. Thursday morning, 8:51. We have an extra segment for you this week to talk about the upcoming Shindig with the Sheriff to benefit the San Juan County Sheriff's Office Foundation. Three guests are joining me here in Studio A to talk with me about that this morning, including Rita and Pat Manchester are here from the Manchester Insurance Agency, and also Nicole Clarke from Basin Health Companies. Good morning to each and every one of you. Great to have you here.
Good morning, Scott. Thank you.
You bet. Great to have you all here, as I mentioned. And so let's talk about this event, the Shindig with the Sheriff. And Pat, I'm going to start with you to give us the details about this annual event, right?
Yes, it's an annual event. I'm not really sure how long we've been doing it, but it's been a number of years.
Lots of shindigs.
Lots of shindigs.
Yes, sir.
It's growing and growing and growing.
Nice.
But it's for a good cause, you know, to raise money for the foundation. It's going to be April 5th. Gates open at 5:30. McGee Park, I call it the big Coliseum room, the big room.
Yeah.
And
nice.
we'll be we're selling tables now. What the shindig is we call it shindig because it's a dance. We have a DJ, and we have all the fun things like that. We'll have some auction items. We'll have different things like that, and it's just a good time to get together and and raise money for a good cause.
I can't help but notice the theme this year.
Yes.
The 80s prom theme.
80s prom.
Okay.
80s prom. So whatever that means to you, that's what you can.
Some of us remember.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now, some of us may not. And we won't name names.
And some of us had prom before the 80s. So.
Okay, fair enough. But your ideas, the wheels are turning with your outfit ideas, right?
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay. Very good. And so, again, it's coming up. There's a QR code on the screen right now, everybody, if you would like more information or to get your tickets for the Shindig with the Sheriff. And so that's at Eventbrite.
Eventbrite,
Rita, that's who's
so the
handling
QR
all that?
code can take you there, or you can just go to Eventbrite and get your tickets. There's sponsored tables, so you can get a little advertisement out of it if you want to do that. Or you can just buy single tickets. And if you want to give us a call, you can call me at 505-427-4931, and we can get you tickets also.
Okay. But you still have some tables to sell, too, if a company or a sponsor wants to buy?
Yes, we're still looking for the sponsors, and all that goes to our local events that we do.
Okay. Very good. You have some sponsors already, too,
Absolutely.
right? Talk to me a little bit about some of those. Nicole?
So, yes, hi. Thank you, Scott, for having us.
You bet.
So, yes, we do have some sponsors already. We have Zia Media and Spare Rib Barbecue. They're in-kind sponsorships. We have Basin Health Companies and the Manchester Agency, Secure Insurance. We have Exit Realty. And, of course, KSJE Radio. Thanks for having us on again.
You bet.
And the State Farm, Trudy Goldsmith agency.
Right.
And we're also inviting a few nonprofits that the Sheriff's Office partners with. So they can come and participate and see what this is all about. So we have sponsorships ranging from $500 to $1,000, and of course it's a great way to advertise your business. And
nice.
You can have a banner there for some of the sponsorships, and of course we'll give shout outs in our social medias and things like that. Individual tickets are $50 each.
Okay, good to know. And again, that's all on that Eventbrite site, so folks can check it out and get some tickets.
We're also looking for, if you don't want to buy a table, we're looking for donations as far as things to auction off to raise money for this.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You'll have a regular auction or a silent auction?
We're going to have a silent auction.
Okay.
Silent auction.
Nice. Very good. And so we should mention, too, that dinner is going to be provided by Spare Rib.
Spare
right?
Rib,
And you have a DJ.
Yes.
So the DJ will be spinning some tunes for the dancing. And so is it I
Yes.
imagine the playlist will be lots of 80s tunes, but that's just me. What do I know,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I believe it's Greg Brown.
It is.
Yeah, Greg Brown.
is
He's the
going to be
DJ.
the one.
Right.
So we'll have a photo booth, you know.
You
so
have
can-
to. You have to.
Of course.
Yeah.
You can take all your fun pictures with your crew or,
Right.
you know.
Very
we'll have
good.
a good selection of 80s music, because that's country and pop. It's all the
Sure.
different things that they used to do.
But if I know Greg, he's going to mix in some more newer stuff too.
Absolutely.
So that'll be part of it. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
It'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
very true. And all this goes to benefit the San Juan County Sheriff's Office Foundation, as we've mentioned. And so talk to me a little bit about the foundation and how that helps the work of the Sheriff's Office.
So with the foundation, we do several different events. One is Girls with Grit, and we get to have about 60 women a year, 2 different sessions, and it teaches them self-defense and how to shoot, and just how to be aware of the community.
What's going on? The
What's
domestic
going on.
violence classes.
Nice.
They have drug awareness classes. They go through all that kind of stuff too.
Some of that situational awareness, I guess,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
things like that,
Absolutely.
sure.
And then we have Shop with Your Cop. That's our big event. It's to give back to the community. Kids that have had experiences with law enforcement, they're referred to us by several of the nonprofits in the area that work with the Sheriff's Department and our schools. Just kiddos that need a little help, and we give $125 to about 125 kids in our area. And they can get needs and wants. So I had a little young person that bought laundry detergent, and I said, no, these are supposed to be for you, and he goes, these are for me.
Okay.
So they, the needs are out there, and so it makes the kiddos happy and aware that our officers are good with us. So,
Nice. And that I would imagine that includes maybe clothes and things like that
Yes,
for these
yes,
kids, right?
yes.
Is
Clothes,
much of what's
toys.
on their list
They
toys
want,
too?
they want them to get a certain amount of toys and then a certain amount of items they can use, like clothing.
Okay.
And then we do the reserve officers, which I had the pleasure of being one. And what that does, the reserve program gives an extra person in a car. And as far as the sheriff's department, there's a lot of rural areas that you're all by yourself.
Right.
So it's nice to have another officer with you. And to do that, though, the expenses, it's upwards of $5,000 to outfit an officer. So
You're talking things like vests,
bulletproof
and
vests,
all that
and all
tactical
that kind
gear
of-
and things like that,
absolutely.
right? Gotcha.
Tasers.
So it costs a lot of money, but in the long run, and Rita may have that number, is what they save per year by not having to hire somebody
Oh,
to
I'm
pay them
sure.
for that position.
Right. Because these are
So-
these are volunteers. These
These
reserve
are volunteers.
officers. Yes.
Reserve officers are volunteers, but they still have to go through a reserve academy and do all the similar things. And they're only a reserve officer when they're with a commissioned officer.
I see. Gotcha.
So-
But that's an important thing too, and all that is then funded by the foundation, which is
It
what
is,
you're
yes.
raising money for.
We have the chaplain program as well, and then we sponsor the employees. If they have a traumatic event and have to take some time off or need some extra money, then we can help fund that as well. So
Nice.
we put a lot of money back into to help with all these events and help with the community.
Sure.
So it's always nice, and the money does come from our community members.
And stays in the community,
And
it sounds
stays
like to
there
be too,
100%,
right?
Absolutely.
Which is great.
Yep.
And I think just the other side of that too is, if not for the foundation, it would fall to the county, I guess, to fund some of these
Absolutely.
things. So
Absolutely.
you are saving county taxpayers
Right.
a little bit by doing some of these fundraising events and supporting these other
It's in the
ways to
hundreds of
support
thousands of dollars.
the department. Right. Right.
We help with the rural crimes unit also, so we have 2 side-by-sides that we keep maintained, and reserve officers that go out, and it helps with oil-filled crime.
Nice. Very, very good. Well, we just have about a minute left,
Okay.
so we'll wrap up our conversation.
Okay.
But Shindig with the Sheriff, again, April 5th.
April 5th.
It'll be
5:30.
here before we know it, because
It
here we
will
are
be.
towards the second half of March already,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Gates open at 5:30.
Thank you.
McGee Park.
Okay. Eventbrite is the place to go, or look at that QR code and aim your phone at it, and you will get there. Any final thoughts, Nicole?
We want sponsors. We want businesses to be a part of this, and we have a very generous community.
Okay. Rita?
And my phone number is 505-427-4931. So give me a call. We can get you tickets or help you through the process of getting a table.
Okay.
We
And Pat
really
Manchester, you get the last word.
We really appreciate it. I mean, we have to help our community stay safe, and this is a good way for people to help do that. And plus, it helps the community as far as, the Shop with Your Cop stuff. You just get to see these kids smile because they don't have things that a lot of people do.
Well, may not have had the opportunity to buy brand new clothes.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
we just love that we can help the community out as much as we
Terrific.
can.
Thank you for the work that you all do. Thank you. We'll see you at the Shindig.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Big hair, we don't care.
Big hair.
Okay.
Scrunchies,
There you
leg
go.
warmers, all of it.
Very good. Thank you. This is KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.